do it every week at this time. The Herd Hierarchy. Let's go.
Herd Hierarchy.
Time is now. Let's go.
The top 10 NFL teams according to Colin.
Well,
Number 10.
If they beat the Saints, they can clinch their 4th straight division title. I've said it. I like their personnel. Baker Mayfield leads the NFL in touchdown passes over the last 2 years since he joined the Bucs. They're a big play offense with excellent running backs. Jason Light's a great GM. They've always got talent. When they've had good quarterback play like Brady and Baker, they can play with anybody. 5-1 over their last 6 games, blew the Chargers out. That was a real eye-opener. I don't think they can hoist a trophy, but they could certainly host a playoff game and knock off an injury-riddled Detroit, if possible. Bucks at 10.
Number 9.
I'm going to go Rams. Their offensive sluggishness in the first half is hard to explain, but their defense is really good and young, and it's getting better. They've held opponents under 20 points in 3 straight games. Matthew Stafford's having a very good year. Over his last 7 games, a passer rating of 105. They're a little Puka Nacua dependent, so I don't think they're a trophy team, but I have them at 9.
Number 8.
I would put the Chargers at 8 because their quarterback's younger and can run, and I think that mobility is the difference between the two teams. Justin Herbert, 99 passer rating, hyper efficient, never reckless, big with mobility. That gives them a slight edge, in my opinion, over the Rams. Also, 5 of their 6 losses have come to good teams. The Chiefs a couple of times, Ravens, Buccaneers. They're losing to the right teams. I have them at 8.
Number 7.
The Packers. I thought the Packers could hoist a trophy, but they're 0-5 against the Lions, the Vikings, and the Eagles. They're 11-0 against everybody else. So they're a bully against average to pretty good teams. They're not going to beat your Ravens. They're not going to beat your Chiefs, Bills. That's not who they are. 6 straight games without a giveaway, though, and I think that's coaching in Matt LaFleur. They have taken some attempts away from Jordan Love. They don't turn it over. They're kind of a power run team. I have the Packers at 7.
Number 6.
But, Lamar Jackson's better than Jordan Love, in my opinion, so I have them at 6. Second largest rushing differential in a season in league history. They remain a run team. Zay Flowers and Mark Andrews allows them to pass as well, but number 1 scoring defense, number 1 total defense since week 11. I love this organization. Kind of holding your breath on what they look like in the January playoffs, but the Ravens at 6.
Number 5.
I thought Sam Darnold was amazing. I've got him at 5. They're tied for the most takeaways in the league this year at 31. That is the Brian Flores factor. The fact that Brian Flores isn't front and center for everybody from the Bears job to the Saints job, this defense does not have elite personnel, but they're putting up elite takeaway stats. That's a Brian Flores factor. By the way, Sam Darnold's the first quarterback in league history to win 14 games in his first season with a new team. Even Tom Brady did not do that. Maybe Darnold is better than Brady when you think about it. Number 4.
Number 4.
Detroit, stacked roster offensively, falling apart defensively. But, they have 5 games this year with 40 or more points and no turnovers. It's pretty easy for them. They're clever. They can play power run. They're getting Montgomery back. 4 straight games with 3+ touchdown passes. I think we all know the story on them. If they were healthy, they could win the Super Bowl. But we don't trust their defense going forward.
Number 3.
Philadelphia. They're 11-0 when Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown play. The number 1 total defense, they allow 4.8 yards a play. So that's pretty good in the NFL in this day and age. 4.8 yards a play. Their O-line and D-line combination is the best in the NFL. They got a great GM, and they got a roster to show for it. Do I worry about the concussion? I would worry about it if it was in 2 weeks. I don't worry about it now. I have them at number 3.
Number 2.
The Bills. The Bills have cut down on giving the football away. They only have 8 giveaways, and they've only allowed 14 sacks. So we always liked Buffalo, but we thought, they'll beat themselves. Well, they don't beat themselves this year. They don't turn it over. They don't give you sacks. Don't have a lot of negative plays. And they do it without a single 1,000-yard rusher or 1,000-yard receiver. So they are still somewhat too reliant on Josh Allen. But you know what? I like James Cook. I like Kincaid, Dawson Knox. I like their receiving core. Coleman's getting better. I got them at 2.
Number 1.
Same old Chiefs, best coach, best defensive coordinator, best quarterback, and arguably the best defensive lineman, Chris Jones. Let's just say this. It's the same team we've seen, except I think it's a better offensive version. Since Tyreek Hill left, it's a lot of patchwork at receiver. I mean, that's what they've been for 3 years now. And now they got Hollywood Brown back. They wish they had Rashee Rice, but that'll do. And Worthy's become a real player, and Travis Kelce. This is what they do. Because they play Mahomes, what they pay him, and they lost Tyreek Hill, this is the one unit they've tried to kind of figure out and bring in a guy for a year and move this guy over there. But you know what? Third team in NFL history to go 6 straight games without a turnover. Hi, everybody. It's me, Uncle Colin. Subscribe here to get the latest from the herd, including exclusive behind-the-scenes videos and more, wherever you may be, however you may be watching. Thanks again for making us part of your day.